So in this tutorial I'm just going to give you an overview of your Stripe dashboard, and in order to help you customize some of the settings. So when you go into your Stripe account, you'll start at the home button, and if you go down to your settings area here, I'm just going to run through the areas which are necessary for you to just be aware of in case you want to make any changes. So all of your account information, your name, address and other public contact information will all be under your account information, which you set up at the beginning. So you can go in and edit anything in there. The main thing about your branding is where you can actually go in and choose your colours, and this will dictate what your email receipts look like, what your invoice colours have, and when you go to take in-app card payments, this colour here can be chosen by entering a different accent colour into this area here. So for example, if you wanted to have, say, pink colours, you would just look on Google and see what pink colours your branding shows. And so by putting in FF33AA, that gives you one colour of pink. You could see that there was some yellow colours coming at FF33. One of our accent colours that we use for our branding is 8D C540, I think. Yeah, so that's one of our branding colours, so that's why we choose that accent colour, but you can enter whatever it is into this area here. You can also change your logo and put your own logo in here, so you can just go to the plus button here and go to your computer and upload your own logo directly into the logo box. And that will then show on your checkout area here to show your logo. And if you want to put an icon instead, then again you go into your computer and you input in a picture, whatever it is that you want to represent your icon, and then that will show here at the top of your receipts. And if you want to switch out to use a logo instead of an icon, you would just unclick this button here, and then you can see that you've now got the icon rather than the logo. So just clicking that will swap it back here into the logo. So you would then press this save button at the bottom when you've entered in and made any choices. So as I say, just Google if you want to find out your own accent colour relating to your branding if you don't already have that information. So we've gone down from your business to your branding area. The PCI and compliance and verification, these areas aren't particularly relevant to me updating you. You can go into those if you want to look and find further information. But this area here, your bank account and scheduling, so this will be where you enter in your bank accounts from your earlier setup, and you'll have your information at the top there. And here you will be able to choose how quickly your money comes to you. By default it's 7 days before Stripe pay that money across to your account, and if you want it to catch the next pay run after 7 days, you can select it for day, and then you can also take longer periods of a week or a month, but I would suggest that you always have it set on day. If you want to have it go manually and you want to be in control of that, and therefore you would check this button, but I suggest that you keep it on automatic day. And the way that Stripe works it, for the first 3 to 4 months they will be appraising your payment patterns and seeing how many credits and refunds you actually make and what your activity levels are like on your account. But after that period, as long as your refunds and credits are on the low side, and they will then reduce and drop down that 7-day waiting period to put that money into your account. And if they don't do that automatically, I would reach out to Stripe and ask them to reassess that so that your money can be paid sooner into your bank account. So you would save that if you make any changes, and then once you go back into the settings, so we've covered the bank accounts. Under the payment methods you can see that you're set up for cards, and that will be to accept Visa, MasterCard and American Express payments, and they will be the cards that you can take through your in-app card payment. Further down here under the invoice template, this is another area that you should have a wee look at. You can choose a memo to go in to the invoice email PDF that gets sent to your client, and have a default footer. So if you want to have a thank you for your business or a generic message, you can input it here. And this is where you would go in to change the terms. So if you have 30-day payment terms, you would enter it in here. If you give people a week or 14 days, you would again change that and enter that in at that point, and then you would just press the save button down here once you've entered in all of your messages. Again, this will take you back to your branding settings if you want to change any of the colours into your invoices and stuff. Just to give a quick heads up here on the checkout settings, if you've got the Apple Pay or the Google Pay sign showing on your in-app card payments, because these are switched on, and you want to have those off so that they don't show when you go to take a card payment, you would switch them off just here under the checkout settings. It can be annoying to have them show up when you're going to take a card payment from your client, because they might think that they can make a payment by Apple Pay, but because you're offering an in-app card payment through your own phone device, that's actually connected to your own Apple Pay account. So if you show an Apple sign and logo in the in-app card checkout and you go to press it, that will just be taking money from your own account, your own Apple Pay account, and obviously you don't want to pay yourself. So in order to remove that showing up on that basis, you can just make sure that that's switched off here, and also for the Google Pay, because that again links to your own account. So these are the business settings. Just to recap: the account information, where you can change your name, address and information like that; your branding, where you can change your colours and your logos; your bank account details, if you want to change the bank account where your money gets paid to from Stripe; your payment methods is already set up, and down here for your subscriptions and your emails, your invoice template, which is where you go to adjust your payment terms and to input default memo and footer into your invoices that are sent out, and here where you would want to switch off your Apple Pay sign showing on your in-app card payments. So all of that under the settings area of your Stripe dashboard.